Okay, welcome to another episode. We'll be doing reviewing and talking about TLC, which just happened a couple hours ago. It was a pretty decent pay per view. I like the SmackDown exclusive pay per views or specials, whatever we want to call them today. They're just like SmackDown. They're shorter than the Raw pay per views. Uh, you see just good in ring action. Everything is to the point, and there's a few interesting things that happened tonight. As I always say, uh, uh, fans, we have to manage our expectations with these pay per views or specials. We can't. It's not always going to be the greatest pay per view. We're not always going to see the greatest match of the year. So you just take it with a grain of salt. It's interesting to see how the storylines develop and what it looks like is going forward. But the show opened up with the usual kickoff show, but they throw everybody in to one match, try to showcase the younger talent. It was American Alpha, the Hype Brothers, Apollo Crews versus Kurt Hawkins of Villas in the Ascension. I mean, out of this whole group, I don't. I know a lot of American Alpha fans out there, and I like them too. I have high hopes for them, especially Jordan and Apollo Crews also. Don't give up on them, especially American Alpha. I'll get into them. You're definitely going to be seeing more of them in big matches. I mean, they're just too talented. But anyway, this was a regular kickoff match. Everybody's flying around and everybody's just trying to get a little bit of their stuff in. But it was the American Alpha, the Hype Brothers, and Apollo Crews. They came away with the victory. And it was good. And like I said, we're going to be seeing more of American Alpha in the future if you're an American Alpha fan. The other match tonight that I was really looking forward to, and I really liked what's been going on with the strange addition of Randy Orton and the Wyatt family. I like it. I've said it before. I really like Randy Orton and the Wyatt family. It makes it a cool faction. I mean, Bray Wyatt, he's cool. The Wyatt family, I don't know. They haven't really been booked cool. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan and even Braun Strowman. They just look like a bunch of backwoods hicks or whatever. They don't. Bray Wyatt carries them with his promos, and he's really good. But having a Randy Orton in there, it gives it a little bit of gives them a little bit of a cool factor, and it definitely makes them a much better stable. And I kind of knew that I kind of knew what was going to happen tonight. And if you're a Wyatt fan, a lot of Wyatt fans are very happy. Uh, Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, they captured the tag team SmackDown tag team gold tonight, and many people didn't realize this. This is the first title of any kind that Bray Wyatt has held since being called up back in 2013 from NXT. I mean, it just shows you, like I said, how what the creative thinks of the Wyatt family. They haven't been booked and promoted very well. They usually are the losers. We saw this year at WrestleMania what happened with them, with The Rock and Cena. They were embarrassed. They were made to look like fools. But anyway, tonight, Luke Harper, he interfered. He took a spear from Rhino, and of course, the RKO out of nowhere, which is becoming one of the most popular finishes. They capture the gold, and like this ties into what I was talking about. The Alphas, expect the American Alphas and Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton to feud starting Tuesday, and this will definitely lead up to the American Alphas capturing gold somewhere down the road. That's gonna. I like that matchup. I want to see, especially Jordan and Randy Orton face off. I mean, those two guys are really, really skilled in the ring. I want to see how Jason Jordan matches up against Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton, whether you like him or not, or whatever you think of him, he is incredible in the ring as a wrestler. So we'll see what happens. And of course, we had some. What would a SmackDown pay per view be without one of the Bellators? Nikki Bella came back tonight. It's trying to make an angle with. A couple weeks ago, she was knocked out. Nobody knows who did it. Everybody suspects Natalya. At the end, Carmella said told her that it was Natalya who did it. She doesn't seem to believe it. This is going to set up a feud. Nikki Bella won tonight. I mean, who cares? I mean, I'm not trying to put down women's wrestling, but this is really it's just a filler match. Then we move on to the match that many said stole the show tonight, and another match between Intercontinental Champion The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. I've said my previous video how I was tired already of seeing these two go. I mean, they have been going. These two have had so many matches since 2010, 2011. It's ridiculous already. But again, they pull off great matches. They have incredible chemistry between each other in the ring, outside the ring with the promos. It seems they seem to feed off each other. The Miz, he has, I think this year he has really stepped up and kind of revitalized himself, especially with his wife Maurice coming back and being his valet / manager. She's usually finds a way to dictate the end of the match. We saw that last week on Talking Smack. Dolph accused. He told Mike Mizanin that it was Maurice who should be the Intercontinental Champion, not him, because she's usually the one who wins all the time. It's great. But tonight we saw a little bit of a really aggressive Miz. He's really vicious in the ring. He trying to break Ziggler's knees. He wrapped his leg around one of the ladders and put him in a figure four. It was pretty brutal. Looked pretty brutal. And then right after that, the Miz climbed up and Ziggler pushed him off. And when Miz landed, it looked like he hurt his knee. At least he sold it. He sold it even after the match. A lot of people saying that maybe he hurt himself because he screamed a curse word. He screamed the MF when he landed. I don't think so. The Miz he sells, and like he said, he's the Miz has never been injured. He knows how to work in there. He knows how to work safely. But this was a great. I wouldn't say great, but it was an entertaining match. They did it what you expect in a ladder match. I would say it was a B plus. It is what it was, and the Miz naturally came away the winner. I didn't expect Dolph to regain the belt after losing it so quickly. They want the Miz to have the title, and the reason why Dolph won the title a few weeks ago, it was to end the long title Intercontinental title reign by the Miz. The WWE doesn't want the fans catching on and of the Miz having the longest title reign, Intercontinental title reign, and that becoming the storyline itself, his long title reign. So they just made him lose, and that's it. There's no more long title reign now. It's, as you said tonight, it's day 19 of the never-ending Miz Intercontinental title. He's really good. The Miz has grown on me this year, and he's definitely taken his game up a notch. Another guy who impressed me tonight, it was Callisto versus Baron Corbin, and I've said this before. So far, I'm usually pretty good when I see somebody new in WWE. I mean, I follow people outside of WWE before they come, but it's always different when they make their actual WWE debut and start competing in WWE, because WWE, they have certain ways of booking and promoting their wrestlers. So Baron Corbin, I don't know, I haven't really. He's been a mystery to me, but tonight he impressed me. Him and Callisto. Callisto, he is what he is. He's a luchador, and WWE is trying to replace him as for Rey Mysterio. Uh, he's a great worker with Callisto. Baron Corbin, I think he's definitely a heel. I don't see him ever as being a baby face. He's very mysterious, and he looks kind of scary. Does he have a singles career ahead of him? Yeah, probably. He'll probably wind up winning the Intercontinental belt one day. But I just see him as really just a worker, what they call a mechanic in the ring, who's just gonna give guys good matches eventually. Uh, Unless they team him up with somebody. Maybe they need to team him up with somebody. I don't know. I still can't place my finger on what his character's lacking. But at any rate, they had a decent match tonight. They pulled it off. Uh, Corbin is putting in his work, and he's climbing the proverbial ladder. So he came away with the victory as expected. He needs the victory. The other match was the SmackDown Female Champion Becky Lynch against Alexa Bliss. A lot of fans have complained about Becky Lynch, how she's being booked, how she's being promoted. Nothing like her counterpart, perhaps on Raw, Charlotte and Sasha Banks. I mean, right now, those two are miles ahead of her. I mean, Becky Lynch, she had a popular following coming up from NXT. Obviously, they gave her the first ever SmackDown Women's title, but she's I don't know whether it's creative's fault or her fault. I don't know. She just hasn't been something's been another thing she's been lacking. With WWE, sometimes it could be her accent. Maybe they don't like her accent. The reality is WWE looks at stuff like that. I mean, after all, this is TV. If you have a heavy accent that people can't the American audience can't understand, because it's basically being shown to the American audience. They use that against a performer. I mean, like look at Neville, and a lot of people thought Finn Balor was going to hold Finn Balor back, because he has a little bit of an accent. But yeah, this maybe I guess in hindsight, this didn't surprise me tonight. Alexa Bliss came away with the SmackDown's Women's title. Who knows what's going to happen with this? I don't think WWE knows what's going on. Uh, to be continued. And finally, the main event. This is the match I was looking forward to. Uh, we saw the last time on SmackDown, AJ Styles injured and put the little jerk James Ellsworth in the hospital. He did a Styles Clash off the ring stairs, and really shoot. Ellsworth hit his face on the way down on the edge of the staircase. I thought he was gonna he had a broken nose, but it looked worse than it was. So this has been the storyline with this match: James Ellsworth, Dean Ambrose taking him under his wing, but kind of using him. And Ellsworth has had to face AJ 3 times, and last time it was for SmackDown. He got a SmackDown Live contract, and last time it was for a ladder match to be the #1 contender. And Ambrose helped again, and he beat AJ. Now it was after SmackDown, it was going to announce that Ellsworth had a title shot at the champion. He was the #1 contender. So tonight, we didn't see Ellsworth, not at least in the beginning. This was a great match. Uh, these guys brought it. Weird thing happened midway through the match. I guess there was a spot where they set up 4 chairs in the ring, and Ambrose flipped, suplexed and backflipped. AJ did a backflip up in the air and came crashing down on his back on the 4 chairs. I guess his tights must have got caught on one of the chairs, and he had a big hole in his butt. It was pretty visible, and it was apparent to the audience. I thought that was going to have major implications of the match, because it was pretty early in the match. It was about 7 or 8 minutes into the match. I thought maybe the more he moved, the more his tights would rip. I mean, it was pretty. It was about a big 4 or 5 inch hole, and you could and WWE I'm sure they got nervous. So how are they going to? What was going to happen if his tights got ripped? I mean, I can't believe we're talking about this, but these are the things that happen. I mean, he started staying on his back a lot in the ring and on his floor, but the audience kind of laughed at first, but I guess everybody moved on from it. It was funny, but once nothing worse happened, everybody kind of forgot about it, and they did great spots. There was a great spot. Styles set up Dean outside on a table, and he did a 450 splash from the top rope to the outside and came crashing to the table. That was a great spot. And there's the kitty. She's gonna do a great spot, just like that. It was back and forth. Then Ellsworth comes in with a stupid neck brace, and you're like, oh boy. And immediately AJ goes out and attacks him, and Dean seizes the opportunity, and he clotheslines AJ outside the ring, and then he hits the dirty deeds. He hits AJ with dirty deeds on the ring steps. He's knocked out, and Dean's like, whoa, wait! His eyes lit up, and he goes inside the ring, sets up the ladder. He's climbing, and all of a sudden, whoa! The ladder tilts, and Dean goes flying through two tables outside the ring. He's out cold, and it was James Ellsworth who tipped the ladder, and the announcer's trying to sell it that did he make a mistake? Did he get confused? But no, Ellsworth was actually rooting AJ on, imploring him to climb the ladder. He's like, come on. AJ looked confused after the match. Why would Ellsworth help AJ beat Dean? The storyline is that Ellsworth already beat AJ 3 times, so maybe he feels confident he could beat AJ again, or it was these two were working all together all along. There was hints in some of the SmackDown promos where Dean was kind of being disrespectful to Ellsworth, calling him a little, calling him little names, and you could see it. Like, and even on Talking Smack, AJ brought it up to Renee Young that he said, "Do you think Dean actually cares about Ellsworth?" So we'll see how this plays out. But the other rumors, there was some rumors tonight that the Undertaker was going to make an appearance at the end of the show. The buzz has been that he's going to challenge AJ Styles at WrestleMania, or now they're saying Royal Rumble. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think WWE knows at this point what they're doing. There was no Undertaker tonight. Like I said, even though SmackDown is a little bit more entertaining than Raw, in my opinion, they need a little bit more rostered that. I mean, who does AJ face after this? I mean, everybody. First of all, I don't know. I can't understand why WWE has booked AJ Styles as a heel. He keeps getting cheered, and who's he going to face now? There's no. If he stays a heel, there's no more baby faces. for him to face. So maybe we'll see AJ Styles turn face shortly, and maybe we could get a fresh matchup. You know, maybe we could. I wouldn't mind seeing AJ Styles versus Miz. That would be a pretty good matchup. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but we'll see. It looks like tonight was pretty decent. I'll give TLC an overall B, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw, and definitely on Tuesday on SmackDown. Thank you for watching. Please like if you like my video, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you.